What's going on, YouTube? Just had a client stop by about an hour ago and brought by a new cool project. Got it on the ground to the right there. Won't show what it is because there's a patent on it and he's not wanting other people to create it before we make it for him. But just wanted to give kind of a cool update, a little bit of his story, and on this one. So this is an old printer that I had bought a couple years back. Had a do-it Wi-Fi board on it, and truth be told, I can never get the do-it to work just right. And when it did work, the printer could not print a properly square box. So looking at this box here, if I printed a square box right about here, it would just kind of be like meh, and then like go like this. So I'd have like a millimeter, half millimeter off. I think what the issue was, and I think I remedied that now, was one of these pulleys here, idlers, was worn away. Actually, the screw on the inside was worn away. So you have to watch with these rolling back and forth. If you're not using a rod and you're using a screw like this, the screws will eventually wear out. Now I re-lube these and we'll check. I might end up having to replace all the pulleys on here and the bolts because these bolts are not ideal there. But otherwise, this printer is back together now. I've got a Titan arrow on the hot end. This is a wire for an LED, so it's just kind of chilling. Wiring could be slightly cleaner on the hot end, but it seems to work. We got an X stop here, got a Y stop in the back here, and we got our Z stop there. So it homes. Let's make sure it homes properly. Show you on camera. It's a little finicky at times. Yeah, see, okay, so, reboot. Yeah, there's something, I think what I need to do is change this right here, because there's something with this wiring, like right here, that I think is giving me the issue. So if I pull this back, I hit X, I hit the stop, it's not stopping, reboot. Anyways, I'm going to figure that out. I'm pretty sure that's the last piece, is just that one little in stop. The rest of it looks good. Wiring could be slightly cleaner here, but I threw all this together just early this morning so that I could have another printer running. This is the Lurge K board. If you haven't seen this board before, you can buy it online. There's the model there. What's pretty neat is inside this one you can go in and change your structures, so you don't do any firmware updates on this. Actually, there is a firmware update you could do, but it's just through a micro SD card. But all of your, your motor, your direction, all that stuff, you change the directions, you change the step values. That's how you end up tuning in your printer. So that I can work with because it's really easy. You just command it to move 100. If it moves 100 and you measure it, it looks good. Then you start printing out little cubes. You measure the cubes. If they come out to the exact measurements that they were in the 3D modeling software, you've got this tuned in. So yeah, that's kind of the goal with this one. It's got some expensive belts here, linear rails, X, Y, and Z, triple Z lift bar there. So this is, the guy that built this was Vincent Puthoff. He did a really good job with it, didn't get too much time with it, and I honestly have not printed with it as much as I wish I had. But yeah, so update on the client that came by. Thought it was really neat. He was an underwater welder. Had a product not underwater welding related to stop by me, but if you've seen some of my past videos, I was a welder directly before this. I had considered doing underwater welding. I thought that was really neat, but the lifespan, I think, was what had made me not pursue that job path. And even he mentioned, and I thank you again here if you're watching this, that I made the right path doing this instead of the underwater welding. So there was some good money in it. He told me about the money. If you're strictly money driven, might be a decent opportunity for you. But I'm glad I'm doing this instead of welding. So good there. But it was really cool getting to hear him talk about what he's about to go do. So this is right after Hurricane Ida, if you're not watching this recently. A lot of well heads. I think he said over 300 underwater well spills have been reported. And I was like, anybody that's going to go out there and do it? And he's like, me. So that's really cool. But I'm going to go ahead and end this here, guys. Thanks for watching, and talk to you soon.